Are there physical attributes that you find attractive that nobody else does? At least that you know of? Yes, that's what we need to discuss right now.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Yeah, that question was asked in a recent thread that sort of went viral because people cannot believe some of the stuff that you're physically attracted to.
Yeah.
When I asked that question, I go, all right, well, what is there anything weird or different that I'm kind of attracted to? And there is a little bit. I like little blonde hairs on women.
Wait.
Like if
what?
you have, I'm not talking dark hair. Like if you have little blonde hairs on your arm, like the small of your back,
On
or
your
anything like
back?
that, I like it. I like it.
Even if it's like a little furry back there?
Turns me on.
Really?
Shut up.
Some fur,
Turns me
huh?
on.
Upper or lower back fur.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can kind of see it in the sunlight. I'm like,
Do you like to touch it or do you just like to look at it?
kind of look at it. It's so fine and thin though that it's like you don't really feel it too much, but you can see it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
What does it make you think?
I don't know.
Want to finish on it?
What?
Hey.
Yeah. So
That's
like
your jam.
don't remove your hair, ladies.
Wow.
That's your jam.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Wow.
I don't mind it. Now you talk about hair elsewhere, like hairy armpits
Yeah.
or a giant bush. I'm
Oh.
not into that.
You're
no.
not.
Who
I like
is?
the little fine blonde hairs.
What
That's
if they're
what I like.
what if they're on the legs? Like what if she goes, "Oh, I don't need to shave my legs because I just have these little fine
I don't
blonde
know that
hair."
it bother me.
Really?
Peach fuzz.
Don't know that it bother me.
Huh.
Yeah, I know it's
fuzz
weird.
guy.
Wow.
I'm also massively attracted to tan lines. You
oh,
got
my
tan
husband
lines,
too.
Really?
dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can vividly remember a penthouse that I
Really?
used to snake from my dad's room. That had my favorite one, the centerfold, was a chick who had like these crazy, massive tan lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That like it must be like from that because I think about that and I'm instantly like ready to jerk off.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Okay, that's
Like
specific.
right now.
My
right
God.
now. I'm
This
thinking
moment?
about it.
Eddie,
Yeah.
we're at work.
I love tan lines.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember when me and the hubby were first together and I was complaining because I thought my tan lines were too strong. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I wish I could like lay out and get rid of these.
No.
And yeah, that's exactly what he said. He
You're
goes,
a weird
no, tan lines
Really?
are the
I
best.
love them.
That's interesting.
You don't like
love-
tan lines?
I never thought one way or another about him.
Oh, I love them.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
And it sucks. My wife is a pale Irish girl,
Yeah.
so she's never gonna be tan.
Oh,
And
never.
so I'll never get those tan lines.
I'm
Is it
sorry.
something about the boobs just being lighter than the rest of the body from the tan line?
Well, what else would it be?
I don't know. It's just interesting.
Do you
Does
think
it,
I'm
like,
more into
highlight
the
them?
darker chest area?
I don't know.
What do you? Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
It's like a highlighter.
Is
to
it
the
about
best
the
parts.
Eddie? Is it about the tits?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if it was about
Huh?
like the fact that it was like a light shining bright on them. You know what I mean?
Anyway,
A light.
are there any physical attributes about a guy that you like, Emily, that normal people may not think about?
I love when a guy's hands, of course, are big, but when
They
they're
got to be bigger than yours, right?
Which is very hard to come by.
That's impossible.
Like you got to be playing the NBA.
Hey, Robert's not a big dude. So his hands must look tiny in yours.
No, Robert's
when
got-
you're holding his hands, it's got to look like taller. Don't tell me it's not.
Just wait.
You can't.
Here we
I am
go.
going to put next time I see
Just
you
wait.
guys, we're going to put them together.
Perfect.
I
Robert has
guarantee
fucking
you-
giant hands.
No chance.
Giant?
No
Giant
chance.
hands.
No chance.
Robert has
No
fucking
chance.
giant hands.
No chance.
Like bigger than yours?
No.
Bigger than mine,
That doesn't
fatter
make-
than mine.
Listen, I know. I
And-
feel like you're defending your man.
No, he has fucking huge
He's
hands.
tiny. There's no
Oh.
chance he has big hands.
Robert's got fucking huge
he
hands.
doesn't.
We're gonna be together
he
in
doesn't.
3 days.
No, he
I
doesn't.
cannot wait to show
Wow.
you.
I know you're
That's the
full of
first thing I'm
shit
doing.
right now.
Mr.
His
Huge
fucking
Hand.
hands
Nope,
are huge.
Nope.
And
Oh, and I
it's
bet
not only
his crank is massive
It
too,
isn't-
right?
I'm not-
Is it massive? Yeah, bro.
it's a nice size.
Oh, cool,
His
man.
crank.
Crank everywhere.
That's what you say when you're bragging about, dicks
Your
and stuff.
man.
But that's not what it's about. It's just about that I like a guy. It's not only the size of his hands that they're big or a guy's hands, but it's when they're rough and they've got like calluses and they're almost dirty.
Like mine.
They've got
no,
dirt
Eddie.
on them.
Eddie, you've never had a callus in your life.
I have
Those
a
are
callus right
Oh,
here, Sky.
suck on that, Sky.
Oh, Mr.
From golf.
Oh, golf.
Wait a minute, from
Okay.
golf?
I have a callus right here from golf.
Wow.
So don't tell me I don't have calloused hands.
You have very soft hands. Very
Eddie,
soft.
hey, listen, I'm right with Eddie. I don't really have callous hands either.
Yeah.
Try my hands and tell me if you're turned on. Oh, ew, why'd you
Eddie,
wipe
you
your
have,
hands?
doesn't Eddie have very
You have sweaty hands?
Oh.
I always have sweaty hands.
very clammy? And Eddie has very soft hands.
Oh,
from
I
what
know.
can
It's
remember.
like he lotions
What
them
do you
every
mean?
day.
No,
like,
no, no.
I'm like a construction man. I
No.
break in bricks with my own hands.
Emily, touch
no,
a cloud.
No, hold my hand like we're lovers.
Like we're lovers.
Your hands, first of all, are disgusting. They're wet, clammy, cold. It was like holding a dead fish just in my hands.
No,
That was
Emily.
awful. That was what my hands honestly must feel like 2 pillows or something like that compared to what you're dealing with. That was horrifying. That was like holding a cadaver's hand.
Oh, no.
I swear to God.
Why? Because it's so wet?
And wet and cold and,
And
clammy.
clammy.
That was like a dead person's hand.
Yeah, that's very odd.
So when you held my hands, which are nice and warm and soft, probably that was like magic for you.
It was very soft. It was very warm.
Yeah, but it was
felt-
like holding a female's hands. Right?
Yes, it was. Or like my son's hands, who are very like, those are very soft.
Yeah.
And
Sweetie.
I can't tell you the
untouched.
opposite reaction I had when I
like
held
if
your
I
hand.
was
Oh
you,
my
Eddie, I'd
God.
wash that hand as soon
Dude,
as possible.
like I'm so
Why? I'm
grossed
not
out by that.
dirty.
Not
I'm
because it's
so
dirty,
grossed
it's just
out.
clammy and wet. It's like, ooh, I get that too. So, but from a chick, it's weirder for some reason.
That was
okay.
in all
You're allowed
honesty,
to have
that
it.
was awful.
my
that was
God.
an awful
So that is
experience.
not a turn on for you.
No.
Wet,
That was the
clammy
biggest
chick
turn
hands.
off I've ever experienced.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry. I'm not
God.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, let's never hold hands.
We won't.
If
we don't
we're
need
walking
to.
down the street
Yeah.
and we were seeing each other and you went to hold my hand, I would fucking recoil so fast because I'd be like, holy shit, a fucking dead man just ran up here and
dead
tried
man.
to hold my
I
hand.
would jump into traffic and get hit by a car.
Wow.
If we were
Nice.
just dating, I would have had a conversation about my hands already.
I couldn't do it.
Because this goes back to when I was in elementary school.
I'm sure.
And Catholic
You've
school.
always had dead man hands?
I've always had cold, wet, clammy hands to the point of like it like used to weigh on me as far as going to church mass every week because we'd have to do the Our Father where we'd hold hands. So this has been an issue since I
know.
was all I can remember, and people used to make fun of me about
Why
it
didn't you give me the heads up right before we held hands?
because I'm embarrassed
Fucked
about
up.
it. So that's why I wiped my hand off first.
But it didn't work.
Oh.
It didn't work. That was fucking horrendous.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't
I know.
ever hold anyone's hands.
Well, I'm with somebody,
no,
and he
don't,
knows about
no,
my
don't
hands.
do it.
Don't hold
Yeah.
Robert's
No,
hand.
he's got
manly
Yeah, he'll crush me. He'll crush
Oh,
my
I can't
hands.
wait.
He's
I
got-
cannot
Oh,
wait.
I can't fucking wait.
I can't fucking wait.
He bends metal with his
I
fucking
can't.
hands.
I can't wait to never touch your hands ever again.
God, I can't wait to never touch your hands again.
You're lying.
Whoa.
You know these bad boys are like
He's
all
got-
about it.
What?
You're all about it.
What? Do you lotion up all the time?
Never.
They look shiny.
Yeah,
Thank
like
you.
every day.
They
You
do. They
jerk
look like
and
you just got a
Sky?
Oh,
manicure.
when I jerk off.
Oh, okay.
2 hands when you jerk off?
That's so big. you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like Robert's.
You got Jack Craig.
My crank.
Really, Sky?
Craig.
Do you have Purell or something? Like I'm
No,
so
I'm
grossed
not
out.
dirty. I wash my hands 4 times
you're
dirty.
You're dirty.
God.
Okay.
I'm like in the morgue.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gross.
Like, are you turning into a zombie?
I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's gross.
I can't get it off.
Oh no.
Guy, is there a physical trait that you're attracted to that most people might not be?
I appreciate a man with feminine feet.
I don't even know what that means.
I want them to be soft. I don't want any dry, cracked skin. If for some odd reason your feet are hairless, I'm gonna love that.
A
And-
hairless foot.
Yes, and if your toes are nice and like thin, I like that too on a guy.
Ooh, skinny toes?
I want yes, like
Why?
I want to look at your feet and not know what gender you are.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it says
Weird.
something about a man's overall cleanliness.
But they
And
can't control what their feet look like.
this is just how I feel, okay? I don't know why. I feel like if your feet look like that, your place is going to be clean and organized.
So your husband has feminine feet?
No, his feet aren't as nice as I would
Oh.
like. Yeah, his feet aren't.
That's too bad.
Yeah. So if
Sky
anybody,
White getting a divorce. Bruce
feet.
his feet too manly.
Feet are too manly.
You're also a massive fan of the salt and pepper haircut.
Oh, yeah, and
hairstyle.
yeah.
I've always been a salt and pepper chick. Like, even in my 20s, I remember we worked at a radio station. I was like 22 years old. There was a guy there who was like 55
did you
years
fuck him?
old. No, I
Oh.
didn't
She
fuck
was already
him.
married.
Oh, yeah, I was
Oh,
already
yeah,
with the hubby. But if I was single and if he would have, like, asked me out, I would have been all
Just
in on it.
because he's got like black and white in his hair.
It's so distinguished.
We had a guy here who was cooking once for us, and he was like 1,000 years
Okay,
fucking old.
fuck you with
I
this
swear
story.
to God, he was like 1,000 years
Really?
old.
Really?
And like seriously, like he almost threw out his back flipping something on,
He
on a
was-
fucking grill.
He was so nice and such a great cook.
Could barely hear. He was like a million, and Sky was like, "I fuck that guy."
That,
fuck that
okay,
guy.
Not
because
quite what
that's
she
what I
said.
say.
Not quite what she said.
I
Guy
said
said that?
no.
That
I
doesn't sound like her.
I said
Was
if
it?
I was single, I would date that guy.
Yeah.
And Thor
Which
lost
is
his
pretty
shit.
insane.
And
She was sliding off the table.
I was
Yeah.
not sliding.
How do you think his feet look though?
Ooh, I don't know about that guy.
The guy was alive for Prohibition, and Sky was all about
Yeah.
it.
Shut up.
Thor, is there a physical
Oh.
feature that you like that most people are like, what?
I don't know if this is crazy,
Mm.
but if you have nice teeth, it turns me on.
Really?
Is that because you got such giant chompers?
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
what do
it has
you?
nothing to do with
You used
my
to
chompers.
clang into
It has
teeth
nothing to do with my
your
chompers.
ex-girlfriend. You guys used to clang teeth
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
that was messed up.
If you have, I think teeth are sexy. But on the other end of the
Teeth
spectrum,
are sexy.
on the other end of the spectrum, if you have more gum and tiny teeth, I honestly I couldn't be with you. You could be the hottest person in the world,
Too
have the
much
greatest
gum?
greatest body. You could be the perfect woman. The perfect woman.
Uh-huh.
But if you have too much gum, it's such a turn off for me that I can't be with you.
Now, what about a snaggle tooth?
Can't do
like
it.
Jewel?
Can't do it.
Yeah,
You
like a
gotta
big
have-
gap.
Got big old titties. You know?
I could do. I could.
I
could
used
do
to have a
gap.
snaggle.
Really?
This one right here.
Let me
And-
see.
Right there, right there.
Sky's got nice teeth.
And before I got braces, because I had braces in high
Oh.
school, and I had a best friend who was a guy, shocker, and he would come up to me every day and just put his finger on it.
Oh, that's
That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
things haven't
Yeah.
really changed with your best friends.
No,
huh?
I have some odd best friends. So
do that
so
100%.
so you'd be out on Sky back then?
100%. But and here's the deal too. I'll tell you what. Right now,
What?
if you have perfect teeth and they're perfect size and you've never had braces, I really like it.
Like
It really
boner?
turns me on.
Whoa.
Boner patrol.
Calm down.
My girlfriend's got great teeth. Yeah.
Like, what's
I don't know. I love it. And I don't have great teeth. I have giant teeth. The bottom are a little crooked.
Ooh.
You know, they used to be way worse. I had a gnarly overbite.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
God, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
and
is-
you don't need to say that.
Yikes.
I don't know.
well? What about this thread, Sky? What are some things that people are into?
Okay. One chick says she finds something super sexy about a guy with dark circles under his eyes.
What?
Why?
I don't know,
That's
bro.
odd.
That to me that means you're sick. Like you are
Sick
you're
and like
ill.
sleep deprived.
Yeah, you're ill in
Like,
some way.
I like you to be really gaunt.
Yeah.
If you have stage 4, ooh.
Oh.
One guy loves when women have stretch marks.
What?
Says it makes them more real. My
Okay.
hubby is a fan of stretch marks.
Shut up.
No, I'm
Really?
serious.
He just likes heavy hotties.
But what comes with a heavy hottie? Like there's
High
stretch
cholesterol?
marks. Well, yeah, but also stretch marks. He's told me before he is turned on by stretch marks.
I don't get that.
Why?
I don't get that.
Dude, I don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah. One lady says guys with lots of armpit hair, like lots of it. Like,
There was a
ton.
girl that used to play with Thor's armpit hair that
true.
he used to like.
What?
I liked it. I like when she like pulled it a little bit. I trimmed my armpit hair up
You
because
trim
I knew
it?
we were going to Hawaii. I'm going to be wearing tanks, so I don't want I hate when my armpit hair sticks out when you close your arms down. You know what I mean? You put your arms down.
Well, that's just this
and you
chick
get the-
likes it.
Yeah.
That's gross to me. I can't.
But you don't mind it when your armpit hair got tugged a little?
No, I'll be laying in bed with my girlfriend now, and I'll put my arm up, and she'll just start scratching it for me.
Ew, dude.
She loves it.
Oh, it's so fucking
I don't know if she
gross.
loves it, but she does it for me.
I
appreciate it. And she
I'm-
scratches it because it's dry.
I feel like I need to wash my hands. Okay, that was
Hey,
a lot.
she loves me, man.
Okay.
Why?
Okay, I don't need, I mean,
One girl says protruding collarbones on a dude is all she needs.
Oh, really?
What?
Is that right? That's hot, huh?
Yeah.
Not big, thick, and muscular?
No, she wants you so gaunt, men, that your collarbones are
Weird.
popping out.
I don't think I have any.
You don't have any collarbones? No. One chick likes guys with big butts, Thor.
Thor!
There you
Yeah.
See this thing?
Hairy armpits and big ass.
Get it,
Got
Dario.
it.
There it is.
Is this the
Get
second?
Get it, Dario.
Dario?
Is this
Ew.
the second
That's fucking
podcast in a
weird.
row where he's showing people
Yeah,
his
there it
ass?
Why is he
There it
bent
is.
over? Look at how.
I'm not mad at it. I'm telling you right now.
It's a lot,
Emily,
too.
you wish you had an ass like that.
No.
Of course I do.
Well, okay, let me cut
Look
out.
at that thing.
Whoa, that's firm.
Thank you. I have a great ass.
Wow.
You're very lucky. You're very lucky.
I wish I could give this ass to my girlfriend.
Okay.
See, what I mean?
She has no ass.
Well, that's
It's a
not
weird
nice.
thing to say.
I love her.
One guy, Eddie, loves women with lower back hair.
What
See?
the fuck?
Called it, man.
There you go.
I called it.
He says she could be average, but that lower back hair.
Money.
Oh, really?
One chick loves guys with jacked up teeth and
That's fucking crazy.
Ew.
and says perfect teeth are like a turn off.
That's fucking crazy.
That's
Dude,
really nuts.
I'm telling you, if you have too much gums,
Okay.
They heard you.
it's like the biggest turnoff ever for me.
One chick loves guys with clean shaven legs.
Oh.
What about with a giant crank?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
One chick loves guys with
Crank.
massive Adam's apples.
I don't have one of those either.
No? Oh, here's
yeah.
Oh
go.
my God, Eddie.
Hide and seek.
Where's your
Where is it?
collarbones and your
I'm just all
Adam's
neck.
apple go?
You're all neck.
I'm all neck.
Shoulders to neck.
Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Miss it.
This is easy shaving that
Oh,
thing, man.
really easy.
Yeah.
I don't even have to like go over
Just
it.
glides.
It slides right over.
One chick loves guys with protruding veins.
I had that for a while. until I
Like
got
in your
fat.
arms and stuff or hands?
Yeah. Yeah. I got a lot of veins.
Yeah, I'm very veiny.
My daughter thinks it's hilarious, again, just like my old best friend, to touch my veins.
Okay.
Yeah, super weird, super
Okay.
weird. And finally, one chick says she loves chubby dudes because it keeps her warm at night and she has a friend to snack with.
Oh, how nice.
So yay.
That's very nice.
Someone for everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
But does he have a giant crank?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Emily.